Hey guys, what's up? Woo! I'm Rachel and I support the Venus Project. Woo, 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 woo.
Hello. In 1974, Jacques Fresco appeared on Larry King's show. 1974. This is how the interview begins.
My guest is an extraordinary Miamian, Dr. Jacques Fresco. I could go through all the things that Dr. Fresco has done. He's a social engineer, industrial engineer, designer, inventor, consultant, was a consultant for Rotorcraft Helicopter, director of Scientific Research Laboratories, Los Angeles, designed and copyrighted various items, ranging from drafting instruments to X-ray units. Has had works published in the Architectural Record, Popular Mechanics, Saturday Review, and has been a technical and psychological consultant to the motion picture industry, member of the Air Force Design and Development Unit at Wright Field, developed the electrostatic anti-icing systems, designed prefabricated aluminum houses. What does it say in your driver's license? What is the occupation?
Industrial designer.
Jacques, you,
Social engineer.
does it bug you that people, when they talk about Jacques Fresco in Miami, say that he's someone who's too far ahead of his time? His thinking is, we're not ready for advanced kind of thinking, of that type. Does it bug you?
I imagine every creative person in every field encounters that sort of problem. No, it doesn't. I can't afford it. There's too many things that are important.
For the past 85 years, Jacques Fresco has blessed us with his unwavering commitment and uncompromising work to re-engineer a better future. He is the founder of the Venus Project, which integrates science and technology into a comprehensive plan for a new society based on human and environmental concerns.
Yay!
The Venus Project proposes a system in which automation and technology are intelligently integrated into a holistic socio-economic design where the primary function is to maximize the quality of life rather than profits.
Mm-hmm.
Jacques Fresco has recently celebrated his 100th birthday. And he couldn't join us today, but he is watching us right now. On behalf of all of us, Mr. Fresco, thank you and your partner Roxanne Meadows for your vision, your tireless research, extraordinary life achievements, and everlasting legacy. Mr. Fresco, we are beginning to get there. We are beginning to get ready for this advanced kind of thinking. We are getting there, and you have been a critical force for that change.
Faux show.
Please, a warm round of applause for Mr. Jacques Fresco.
I wonder why he's not there.
This is Julio, who will pick up the award.
I am deeply honored and appreciate this prestigious recognition for my work with city design. These cities are part of a broader picture that I've dedicated my life toward. My aim was to identify the root causes of the problems we face today and propose alternatives for them. I concluded it was the social design itself that creates the unnecessary human suffering, when at the same time we have the technical ability and the resources that can surpass our present conditions.
Jacques proposes a new, holistic, socio-economic design he calls a resource-based economy, in which the methods of science and technology are integrated to maximize the quality of life for all people. This project also introduces a set of practical values to give people a better understanding of our relationship to one another and the environment.
One fundamental premise is that we work toward having all of the Earth's resources as the common heritage of all the world's people. It requires the intelligent management of Earth's resources in order to achieve a high standard of living for the entire global population.
Anything less will simply result in a continuation of the same problems we have today.
This also incorporates a systems approach to architecture, which is in harmony with nature. All cities will be designed to operate with a minimum expenditure of energy using the cleanest technology available.
We are now organizing to initiate the very first city under our recently formed 501c3 organization called Resource-Based Economy. We welcome your inquiry and participation to help build this new, innovative city. Now we operate under the name The Venus Project out of Venus, Florida. We invite you to learn more about this positive alternative at thevenusproject.com. Thank you for this opportunity.
Again, thank you very much for this award.
On behalf of Jacques Fresco and the Venus Project, we thank you very much.
That was really inspiring. It's amazing actually what's going on there.
Yay! As you can tell, I definitely support the Venus Project. As you see that first head over there to the left in the red where it says money to live, if you think about it, whenever you're working at your jobs and stuff, I know that takes up most of my life and most of my time. You can see the other smaller ones underneath. It says enjoyment, meet people, self-improve, help community. Once you're worrying about money so much, you don't really have time to really do much of any of the other things. As you see in the second one in the middle, where money is no longer required, then there's a huge space of time that lets you do things. You see the last one, then it would give you more time on your enjoyment of your life, helping your community, meeting people, self-improvement. And that's part of the Venus Project idea, is not having money anymore. But I don't want to, they don't see it as using the chip in our arms. Yes, here, I'm going to show you right now. The Vera chip. See? We don't need that either. That's really bad. And just keep calm and support the Venus Project. Shit, I do. I like it. There are many generations. Fuck! Why are you gonna pop up like that? God dang. There are many Fudge Packers. Ere many generations pass, our machinery will be driven by power obtainable at any point in the universe. It is a mere question of time when men will succeed in attaining their machinery to the very will work of nature. Nikola Tesla, born July 9th, 1856, died January 7th, 1943. Support the Venus Project Foundation. Go to thevenusproject.com for more information. The Venus Project is a system that works for all of us and the environment we depend on. The Venus Project fudge packer. It fell. Beyond politics, poverty, and war. I'm on the Venus Project website on the part that says aims and proposals. The plan of the Venus Project offer a society a broader spectrum of choices based on the scientific possibilities directed toward a new era of peace and sustainability for all through the implementation of a global resource-based economy and a multitude of innovative and environmentally friendly technologies directly applied to the social system. The Venus Project proposals will dramatically reduce crime, poverty, hunger, homelessness, and many other pressing problems that are common throughout the world today. One of the cornerstones of the organization's findings is the fact that many of the dysfunctional behaviors of today's society stem directly from the dehumanizing environment of a monetary system. In addition, automation has resulted in the technological replacement of human labor by machines and will eventually most people will not have the purchasing power to buy the goods and services turned out. The Venus Project proposes a system in which automation and technology would be intelligently integrated into an overall holistic socio-economic design where the primary function will be to maximize the quality of life rather than profits. This project also introduces a set of workable and practical values. This is also in perfect accord with the spiritual aspects and ideas found in most religions throughout the world. What sets the Venus Project apart, however, is that it proposes to translate these ideals into a working reality. Phase 1 Research Center. The first phase of the Venus Project's long-term plans has already been completed. Jacques Fresco. I meant to say Jacques Fresco. I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Sorry. Jacques Fresco, futurist, inventor, industrial designer, and founder of the Venus Project, and his associate Roxanne Meadows, have completed the construction of a 21-acre research center in Venus, Florida, to help present the proposals of the Venus Project. Videos, CDs, and DVDs, posters, brochures, models, renderings, and books such as The Best That Money Can't Buy, Beyond Politics, Poverty, and War have been created to help raise awareness about this project and its many proposals. Phase 2, documentaries and a major motion picture. Phase 2 includes the production of the documentaries to help introduce this direction to the world. 2 major documentaries have already been completed, Paradise or Oblivion and The Choice is Ours. Phase 2 also includes a full-length feature film that will depict how a world embracing the proposals advanced by the Venus Project would work. This film would provide a positive vision of a peaceful society in which all human beings form a global family on planet Earth, a civilization in which all people are engaged in the pursuit of a better understanding of the world they share. This film has been designed to be an entertaining and educational experience for both adults and children. Go away, you thing. Phase 3, Experimental Research City. To test its designs and proposals, the Venus Project is working towards putting its ideas into practice by the construction of an experimental research city. Blueprints for most of the initial technologies and buildings have begun. We are currently working towards the construction of this first experimental city This new experimental research city would be devoted to working toward the aims and goals of the Venus Project, which are realizing the declaration of the world's resources as being the common heritage of all people, transcending the artificial boundaries that currently and arbitrarily separate people, replacing money-based nationalistic economies with a resource-based world economy, assisting in stabilizing the world's population through education and voluntary birth control, reclaiming and restoring the natural environment to the best of our ability, redesigning cities, transportation systems, agricultural industries, and industrial plants so that they are energy efficient, clean, and able to conveniently serve the needs of all people, gradually outgrowing corporate entities and governments, local, national, or supernatural, as means of social management, sharing and applying new technologies for the benefit of all nations, developing and using clean renewable energy sources, manufacturing the highest quality products for the benefit of the world's people. Damn it, my phone's about to die. Let me go put this shit on the charger. Hold on. Okay, on a different part of the website, it's talking about the energy. Because you know the Venus Project is based off of the renewable resources of energy to power the machines. That way the machines do the work, and you know that leaves us free to enjoy our lives. There are many forms of renewable energy sources that could supply the world with more power than current global needs. The sources mentioned below are just some examples of renewables. Eventually, if the potential of only one of these sources is harnessed efficiently and utilized intelligently, it would supply more than enough to meet the current energy demands. Combining all renewable resources allows us to build a technology advanced society with tremendous capabilities. Solar, photovoltaic panels, concentrated solar panels. Solar power is the conversion of sunlight into electricity, either directly using photovoltaics or indirectly using concentrated solar power. It has tremendous potential for storing energy in batteries for private use to large-scale solar plants on land and in the sea. The radiation that strikes the Earth's surface each year is more than 10,000 times the world's current energy needs. Wind. Offshore wind turbines. On and offshore. Yeah. The power of strong onshore and offshore winds can be extracted from airflow using wind turbines to produce mechanical or electrical energy. Wind power is plentiful, renewable, widely distributed, clean, produces no greenhouse gas emissions during operation, and uses little land. The global potential for extracting electrical energy from wind has been estimated to be more than 5 times total global annual energy demands. Wave. Wave power is the transport of energy by ocean surface waves and the capture of the energy for electricity generation. Water desalination, or the pumping of water into reservoirs. Locations are shoreline, near shore, and offshore. Types of power takeoff include hydraulic ram, elastomeric hose pump, pump to shore, hydroelectric turbine, air turbine, and linear electrical generator. Harnessing the energy produced another form of clean and limitless energy source. Tidal power or tidal energy is a form of hydropower that converts the energy obtained from tides into electrical power. The incoming water is contained in large storage ponds, and the tide goes out. And as the tide goes out, it turns water wheels that converted the mechanical energy into electrical via turbines. Although the electrical energy that would be currently produced from tides is relatively low compared to other renewable sources, with newer technologies that could harness much larger volumes of tidal power. Geothermal. As refinements in conversion technologies increase its feasibility, geothermal power will come to take on a more prominent role. Readily available in various geographical regions throughout the world, both on land and under the sea, this power source alone could provide enough clean energy for the next 1,000 years. Hydroelectricity. Hydroelectric energy is the production of electrical power through the use of the gravitational force or falling of flowing water. A land bridge or tunnel might be constructed across the Bering Strait. The primal function of this span would be to generate electricity in house facilities for collecting and processing marine products. Beneath the ocean's surface would be tunnels for the transport of both passengers and freight. Not only could this structure provide a physical link between Asia and North America, it could also serve as a venue for social and cultural exchange. This land bridge would perhaps serve as a base for the development of clean fusion power. Pipelines to conduct fresh water from melting icebergs to other parts of the world may also be incorporated. Thorium. Thorium-based nuclear power is nuclear reactor-based electrical power generation fueled primarily by the reactor fission of the isotope uranium-233 produced from the fertile element thorium. A thorium fuel cycle offers several advantages over a uranium fuel cycle, including much greater abundance on Earth, superior physical and nuclear fuel properties, and reduced nuclear waste production. Thorium is key to developing a new generation of cleaner, safer nuclear power. A group of scientists at the Georgia Institute of Technology concluded that the supply of thorium for production of electrical power could last more than 1,000 years. Osmotic. Osmotic power is the energy available from the difference in the salt concentration between seawater and river water. Two practical methods for these are reverse electrotidal (RED) and pressure retarded osmosis (PRO). Both processes rely on osmosis with ion-specific membranes. The key waste product is brackish water, and the technologies have been confirmed in laboratory conditions. Other methods have been proposed and are currently under development, such as a method based on electrical double-layer capacitor technology and a method based on vapor pressure difference. This is yet another source of renewable clean energy that could be utilized. Ocean thermal energy conversion uses the temperature difference between cooler, deep, and warmer, shallow, or surface seawaters to run a heat engine and produce electricity. The resource potential for OTEC is constructed to be much larger than for other ocean energy forms. OTEC can also supply quantities of cold water as a byproduct. This can be used for air conditioning and refrigeration, and the nutrient-rich deep ocean water can feed biological technologies. Another byproduct is fresh water distilled from the sea. There are many applications when such technology is used humanely and with environmental concern. Underwater turbines. Ocean currents are one source of natural energy that no one has tapped before. Using giant underwater turbines with more rotational force or torque, the energy from deep ocean currents such as the Gulf Stream off coast of Florida can be converted into clean electrical power. These slow rotating turbines would have a centrifugal separator and deflectors to prevent harm to marine life. A technology that harnesses the power of ocean currents could provide another form of clean and limitless renewable energy. The information provided about the different renewable sources of power has been taken from widely known sources such as Wikipedia and websites of companies and individuals who specialize in the scientific technology. A simple search on any of them would yield detailed additional information that should satisfy anyone's curiosity. It is evident that there are more than enough energy resources waiting for extraction by the intelligent application of science. And I'll try to see if I can find something else too. I probably should mention that you can get news about it. That you can sign up for the newsletter about information about projects and events. But if you want to research the center, the tickets are $200, and it's on Saturdays. See, told you, $200 per person. The address is 21 Valley Lane, Venus, Florida, 33960. I wonder how many buildings and stuff that they have built there now. You get a lecture and seminar with Jacques, my bad, I keep pronouncing it wrong, Jacques Fresco and Roxanne Meadows. Guided tour around the research center led by Roxanne Meadows. Discussion with Jacques and Roxanne about the Venus Project and a resource-based economy. A book titled The Best That Money Can't Buy. 4 DVDs including Future by Design, Welcome to the Future, Cities in the Sea, and Self-Erecting Structures. That reminds me, I seen something on PBS before. They were talking about that batteries can grow themselves. If batteries can grow themselves, shit, man, machines can grow themselves. Then that would be total paradise heaven. If the machines could grow themselves, give us the power that we need to live without us having to pay any money. That's pure intelligence right there. We should have been doing stuff like this a long time ago. But those dang reptilians, they want to control the whole world, and they don't want us humans to be able to live in a heaven-type world when they know that we could be living way better than what we're living now. Reservations have a limited number of seats at the research center. Therefore, we would like to kindly ask you to send us an email with subject line tour to tvp@thevenusproject.com so we can reserve your seat for the seminar. Please send us the following information. Which Saturday would you like to come? How many people will be attending the tour with you? Where are you coming from? 21 Valley Lane, Venus, Florida, 33960. That's really far away from where I live. I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. If I lived closer, I would definitely go. I wouldn't even mind paying the $200. I would pay it and I would go. But you can find the Venus Project on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. hopefully this video helped shed some light on the Venus Project. And I very much agree with what Jacques says and Roxanne Meadows. I agree with them. And I feel like the monetary system we are living in, it's gonna collapse eventually, and hopefully the Venus Project will be able to help us somehow. It kind of just feels like we're kind of fucked either way we go, but